Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
No great matter.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
What's this? Dire fortified their structures?
Dire's middle tower is drowning. Radiant fortified their structures. Attack the heroes. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. What sort of prize is this?
The Rune of Illusion.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder. Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Illusion!
middle tower is killing spree. Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm regrown. Never refuse gold given.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Can't ford an ocean. Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
For the effort.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Master.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
Regeneration.
Songs about.
I wreck any undersea cable I get my hands on. Victory! The Dire get a ban.
Banned down, so it's gonna be I mean, just oof. Also, you know, with all these new changes, well, it really feels like
5 seconds remaining. Here's the Radiant ban.
they didn't get touched at all with that new patch. So again, it's just we brought up a little bit last year. It's just really fun to be able to come back with a new patch and be able to identify and see what the differences individual teams are being able to pick up, and you know who's really the first one to break out with the meta and who's able to kind of adapt to the change. And we didn't really see too many different hero picks and bans last game. It was just a pretty convincing series for Vici in that first series. We're going to see if this one will be the same how with RNG against Aster. I do like the Mars ban though, so this is I don't mind after going for this Phoenix first pick, but I think you really need to try and protect the Phoenix now. You pick the Terrorblade, so it's kind of blocking a potential Faceless Void pickup, and now the best kind of hero to play with the Phoenix is the Mars, and that got banned out. RNG did a really good job at banning 3 heroes that have a massive amount of AoE teamfight to really protect the Phoenix egg. So it's going to make it difficult here for Aster. They're going to have to go for a couple of heroes that have smaller AoE stuns in a way, like kind of the Centaur, the Tiny. It could be potential. Tiny maybe not so as much because it's super tanky on RNG, and they even bend up the Void themselves. Just, you know, the combination with the Snapfire of being able to lock down the Terrorblade is one of the few heroes that deal actually okay with the Terrorblade. I think there's better counters like the PL, the Morphing, that's already banned out, but the Void's nice because if you can lock it down to that big AoE control, and if you have follow-up damage, then it's pretty important here. But well, we see the Clinks. We saw last year the Enchantress paired with Clinks. This could be a factor. It's going to be a little awkward into the clockwork, of course, because there's no actual way to get out of the cogs. You can still go for that force, I guess, potentially, and there's still flexibility if they want to run the Phoenix on XXS in the offlane, or if they want to try and give it to either Fade or Boker on the support role. I guess Enchantress can flex as well, but we don't really see that too much anymore, and they just set in Stone as like a position 5 here. No one feels too confident with being able to run the Enchantress as a 3, so we'll kind of hold it there. Them a lot of kind of sustain though. The Enchantress Nature's Attendance, you got the Sunray, Terrorblade. If you can get that Sunder off, you know, there's nothing stopping him at the moment, unless they chain lock him down with like a cookie or hook shot potentially, but it's not like it's not the easiest way to execute a fight to be able to stop the Terrorblade from getting Sunder, and especially if they already have 2 kind of heals to keep him alive through the chain lockdown, it's going to go pretty nice. Still are kind of lacking ways to initiate, which is already being shown with these 3 early picks. They just, I think with this next pick that actually comes up for them, it needs to kind of be some initiation here, a little bit of team fight, AoE control to protect with the Phoenix, and then they can go for this last pick that gives them some early aggression. And I don't mind the Lena pickup. Very good against the Terrorblade Enchantress. There's some multiple heroes you want to burst down, even the Phoenix as well, like before you get the egg off. So the Lena can be... Lena is very, very awkward to play when you're against heroes that have gap close, but the good thing is that for RNG in this draft, you pick up the Lena where there's no heroes that are actually going to be able to get on top of her. So this should be a pretty good game here already for DD picking up the mid lane. But you already see that Lena matchup, and now Team Aster, they go for Conquer, have the Enchantress just constantly, you almost feed that creep over to the Clinks with the change to the Death Happy and the ultimate again. You're pretty much just literally just making Clinks what he was a while ago. I mean, I guess he does have new items and the talents is still a little bit different as well. Clinks seems really strong at the moment, honestly. I would not be surprised. We're already seeing a little bit as position 2, kind of this hero to make plays across the map and try and find kills early. Once, you know, when we were trying to stack up the death pack damage, now it's not the same. So you might be more back to getting one item and still making plays, but I guess it was more in particular because you wanted to try and stack up the damage. Now it's not so as much. But the last pick from RNG, I mean, what's available? The Naga, honestly, is pretty much the only thing. I mean, they banned the Wolf, the PL, the Troll, which is 3 really good heroes. Just the Terrorblade, or at least 3 of the best, I should say. I think Naga is still a possibility. They do relatively well with the illusions, and they're gonna actually spectre, so it's late game potential. Very difficult to kill a spectre. Enchantress's damage is gonna fall off. The Phoenix, the percent damage is gonna be pretty important here. But I have to have this potential to go for. I mean, I think it's going to be the XXS hero.
5
I'd say
seconds
that you
remaining.
give the Conqueror over to Chuan. You can flex the Conqueror to 3. You want some way to be able to pull out the Spectre. And it's not the easiest through the lane. You know, Centaur could work really well just for them to kind of disengage as soon as Hawk comes out. You know, they do still need a little bit better of initiation, someone to kind of protect the egg, and Conqueror's okay. Axe Stick just get buffed up pretty. Either you just Doom the Lina, you insta kill pretty much. My one big issue with the Doom is they don't have many stuns, and I feel like this hero very much suffers when you don't have a lineup that can enable his ultimate. Because if you're against a team who can just protect one hero that's doomed, like Sapphire and Cookie, they can retreat, they got multiple slows to be able to protect someone who's doomed, you know, Cogs can push them away. So I think it's going to be very difficult for them to actually lock someone down who is ulted by XXS, but this is a hero that
10 seconds.
I mean, Doom's always lacked, you know, he's had very, very low armor. I'm pretty sure
5
none actually, so
seconds
his
remaining.
base armor got increased, the attack range from 175 to 200. We saw the Devour got increased from 20 at level 1 to 50. Someone who's Doom, you know, Cogs can push it away. So I think it's going to be better. They didn't have how much regen you get from the Devour, all up from each level. It went down just by 1. And I honestly think his talents are pretty decent too. The Scorcher damage is pretty important at level 10. They swapped that instead for the Doom duration, so we'll see if they start going for the movement speed instead. Because we've kind of seen like a flip back and forth. Some Dooms have always liked to go for the movement speed, some have liked the damage. So it's going to be interesting if there's going to be one talent that's actually in stone. But here we go, ladies. With game 1 of our second series, Team Aster. I mean, this is a massive series for RNG. You know, Aster already guaranteed the upper bracket, but this is more getting a better seeding so they can have an easier match. We're seeing a lot lately, this 4th kind of pick Terrorblade, where you have so much potential to protect it in a draft with those 3 bans, and then it just makes it really awkward for them to do anything about it. Mid matchup should be relatively good for the
Prepare
Lina.
for battle.
I don't think it's going to be that awkward of a matchup. Both these heroes, I think Lena's going to be really careful once the Conqueror kind of hits level 6. They both have pretty high kill threat at that level 6, but I think it's more the fact that Conqueror can kind of, we see time and time again where just before you hit 6, you go for the X, you have a TP rotation from a support, and then the Lena's just way too squishy. As soon as you get on top of her, that burst from the torrent from the boat's just going to be too much for her to deal with. Just gonna even cut away the trees so there won't be any more rotations. Really, really important. I haven't actually seen them do it at least level 1, but it's gonna be nice if they keep it potentially. It looks like they're gonna put a bit of emphasis on that one instead. So wait, that taut's awesome. What the heck? Is this a new Enchantress skin as well? I think it is. I haven't seen this before. But I think they're really nice new sets that have come out lately. That tiny one with the bone weapon, and then you got Mars as well. How we got the lanes set? Three bots to hunt down, see if they can. I mean, going to be able to secure their own. See, I've time again support either just TPing or just running straight to spin. One thing I do want to bring up is the fact that the clockwork is going to be on the position 5 here, so super having this full lane to be able to utilize. I mean, you take a look how far of a distance you're able to travel before you get to the enemy's tower. It's just a safe lane. You have a much longer length of the lane to be able to play around with. the battery assault. Whereas if you're kind of in the if you're in off lane, you don't really have too far. The lane's probably set up around there, maybe even further back. So you've only got like this distance. Whereas we already saw like pretty much from here. It's a far superior length to be able to play around with. So this isn't too much of a kill threat lane. Super's just going to try and be annoying on the back, but he's going to be really careful because, I mean, they can trade incredibly well with the fire spirits. It's level 2 as well. It's going to be difficult for them to actually do anything. I mean, once you get Scorched Earth, maybe even the dive as well, because the level 2 on the clockwork's not really, it doesn't do too much. You know, the cogs, it's mainly that level 3 where you get the extra point in the battery, so. I mean, I want to see how this end up faring as well. I mean, I think Lean is going to have a pretty good matchup. Whenever it's the range into the melee, you always hate to see it. It does have at least some way to be able to harass with that Tidebringer, so it makes it gives them some potential fate. Some might actually end up falling here. It's got the Fairy Fire, the battery assault from Super's actually the one to find the kill. So beautifully done for RNG, that's nice. Start at the top side here. They just get the level 2s, start hunting. I think they just got it for the kill, so. And Super's. I was gonna say, is he actually gonna go back with his soul? But he might try and get the creep back from him. It's kind of in favor at the moment, but XXX. That's with the squad. Just gonna try and take that one away. What do we got down? So Felix on the snap. We got Flywin on the Brewmaster. That has been recently buffed up. Baboku's gonna be on the Enchantress, and then we got the good old Terrorblade for SCCC that did go untouched through 7.27B. And this is kind of the, I feel like what we're really going to start to see for Radiant, a hero that's able to farm triangle camp at a mass efficiency level. I think more like the Gyrocopters, the Drows, the Medusas are going to start coming back into play more in particular, especially with Gyro getting, I think, that buff up. But this is nice because they have, you know, the early on, the Sin Brew, that mana cost got reduced at 80 down to now 50 at level 1, and you have a support who's going to be able to, you know, pretty much guaranteedly always find the at least that Synthbrew damage they ignite. So this is pretty important. Or a couple other changes as well. The damage did get rescaled 100 for 1 to 75, but all of the damage got increased at the later levels. So we did see a kill very early on, but apart from that, kind of just having a still ending state. I'm intrigued to see how XXF actually wants to, how he wants to skill build and itemize as well. You know, the Midas keeps kind of getting buffed up. It looks like, you know, Lord Maven's really starting to, at least wanting to put Midas into was kind of thought process. At least have the potential of the Midas being picked up. Nice LSO. He even got the denies, but really nicely done from DD. It looks like he's going to start taking over. Conker's only got 9 last hits. And this is the issue picking up the Conker. I mean, Little's just going to full force him. You know, Dragon Slave just a long fast range. You know, Conker's actually got to be on top of the creep wave to be able to utilize the Tidebringer. So at least he doesn't have to use any mana for harass, but you know, DD's just constantly spamming. I mean, he's already got the bottle now. So it's making it very awkward, and they picked the Conqueror into the leaner as well, and he's going to make a range creep without Sean's positioning. So this is, he's actually really suffering mid at the moment. 10 denies on DD, Lena's taking over, and they're going to need a little bit of help from a support. But the issue is, you've got a Phoenix, you've got an Enchantress, like what is the support duo really going to do? Kind of the one thing I was hoping for the Conqueror is the fact that Schwan was going to hit level 6 at a maybe just faster than Lena and would have had that kill threat opportunity. I guess it's nice because you got built-in stun, so even if your supports don't have any stun, it doesn't really matter. And then the Arcane could start to put the pressure on. 5.6 second cooldown of the Dragon Slave. Also must have fall down bot though. As you will see with the second point up in the Metamorphosis, going to be able to find the kill. Felix is going to be careful, but he's got the brown brutes for the movement speed, so he's going to be able to get out of threat of the Terrorblade. It's very cool that they're able to find here on Aster. And probably going to start to see after this Metamorphosis, Terrorblade just might fall back and farm up jungle. Top actually around the bounty, Swan. Too far. Can find the kill though, the Dragon Pack taking a while, but it looks like with bonus damage and the Tidebringer, that is massive. That's a big kill. because Chuan was suffering drastically mid. It's going to be able to catch up a little bit. We even see Baroka falling down bot as well, so Felix going to be able to claim that one. Really nicely done from them. So a couple kills across the map now, stacking up, but he does have the level 6.
Denied.
Every extra level in the Tidebringer is going to amplify the harass that Chuan can output, and he's getting closer to the boat. If he stays in range for the catapult, he'll find the 6 even if he farms the storm if he should get it. So I'd love to see support rotating mid to try and put emphasis on. If you shot down the Lina, you can shot it down hard. If she just really wants to be a hero that head gets like a kind of defensive item, and whether that be the BKB, which is probably required this game, might even go for just movement speed just so you can solely outrun the Doom.
Dire's top tower needs some friends.
Same as you, Tidehunter.
I mean, well though, my level 6, we are going to see the Meteor Hammer once again picked up for Spectre, so this just seems like a pretty common build now at the moment. You know, Armor was the first that I really saw go for it, at least in pro games. I do see Baboka even rotating. I think this is exactly what you have to do, but kind of a little aware, and this is just going to be the name of the game right now from Aster. They're probably send Baboka up top or give Terrorblade the jungle. Someone might try and take this bottom lane. I don't really know who though, because Doom's not at a stage where it can be this front line position 3 and just super tanky to protect ours. Although he does have 3 points into Valor, which is pretty important. But putting some pressure on top of the tier 1 mid and force the rotation out. It's going to TP back. They even have, it looks like Felix is going to try and cut the mid side. Love a good old royal jelly. Really give it to. One can take it. Yeah, can't get the other one. This is big. Just keeping the Terrorblade free farm. That's also going to pop off this game. I mean, it looks like at the moment he's, you know, trying to max out Devour instead of the Scorched Earth. So it feels like Aster are going to play this pretty slow. If Phil can being able to take it late, you know, Doom is going to scale out a little bit harder than what the brew is. Late game is interesting. It's always awkward because if the enemy team can get on top of you. But Spectre's not that big farming item now with the Meteor Hammer. So it's really, I mean, it's already doing an incredible job at keeping up on my A. And they're gonna try and make some stack for him. Looks like fall down. I went into the solo ultimate here. Cure kill is really gonna be able to put too much pressure on top of the tower. Then you get a kill out of the ultimate. DD though, this could be under trouble. Gets the ultimate, but Chuan's gonna be able to drag him back. Out of time. No, the cookie still finds it, but doesn't get out of range. DD might be able to get low, especially, but it'll take shots. Gonna fade Chuan. Tyrant is gonna be available. Cogs pushes him away. Dump super. Perfect position on the Cogs there. And up the Baboka is back down to the bot. They might just find another kill here. Falling low actually is going to be careful, and chance already being used. So this TP is going to be a little late. Will actually be cancelled out there. Wait, that's... Is he dead? Baboka? What? Filthy. Going with Cinder. Wait, that's actually filthy. This is not still. That's really cool. The own procs. I've not seen this before. You know, we saw that Hell Bomb for a while. I think 33 was really the first person that I started seeing run it. That's a really nuts build. I like it a lot. Let's see if he does actually end up committing for the Spirit Vessel, if he just gonna keep it as an and just kind of have that value to find the tick of the snipper. But in meanwhile though, success still incredibly fun. Top of the network, terribly let's keep it as well. Since Triple C is going to try and make a movement top. Chuan actually might have to catch that super, so this should be a free kill. They'll have to fit the boat for this, but they'll drag him back. And it looks like I'm launching the Cogs, not going to be in a spot where it can really help him out there. So okay, let's the clockwork in the meanwhile. They are still getting really nicely done from RNG. Flywinds got so much damage with this kind of kicking into the Cinderbrew. And now they're going to put pressure on top of the T1 tower here. He's got Metamorphosis a lot with the drums if he actually fight. That is one of the kickers and Brewmaster ulti down. So it looks like, yeah, they'll try and defend it. It's not the easiest interesting support duo. And he's doing an immense amount of work on the backline as well, just dishing out 3 points in the Furious Salter with the attack speed. Just gonna travel up forward here, but without the floor initiation. That's a big super lineup right now. Aster. Yeah, XXS is going actually for this straight BKB instead of kind of blink or doesn't really have a way to be able to get into the fight, and so we're gonna really have to rely on Aster to at least the conquer, you know, on Aster to be able to fight. Incredibly tanky. The rumble keeping them at full here. DD will fall. They've got this under as well. SCC stays alive there. It's a 2-for-1 conquer. Still fine. It's gonna keep them up. But that is big. I mean, if I have the Mortar McKissick, if I have the Bruce Lee, I think that actually goes in the favor of RNG. But now it's a 2,000 net worth lead for the boys on Aster. Very, very big fight for them to take. I mean, this could still be a decent time for RNG to make a play. They know Radiant did use a couple ultimates. So I'd like to see them make a movement across the map. They might not even need to. They might just walk down mid because the tier 1 tower is pretty weak. Yeah, they're gonna wrap around Tywin. If they saw him out to cut, Fade's got the dive as well, so he should be fine. 136 movement speed.
Tower just keeled over.
No, that's a cool choreo. Let's move over. Tranks. Okay. Well, he's gonna lose his. Dude, my guys he won't lose it, but he just. Everyone's straight. Okay, never mind. Nice dodge.
Is about to take the blood.
So might get caught if he flying. Doesn't really want to pop the ultimate, bro. He's playing around with Super. Next to the team on tower. Sensor is going to give him some protection, but it's meanwhile, but he's going to get caught out here. They don't have Doom and they'll drag him back. Hold on, cooldown is on. They can't follow up time. They're going to try and get in range here. Specs is incredibly tanky, but now with Fade the rotation coming forward, they still don't have the rate for the percent damage. XXS can chase him down, however. A little bit more kick damage, and it will be now Fade secure with the Fire Spirit. Now, Flying just can't get in range with the ultimate, though. That's a big pick for Aster. Kill over the Spectre, and meanwhile that's also with all kind of their big ults on cooldown. You know, Doom was still down, the egg just came up, Metamorphosis was on cooldown as well. Very, very important for Aster to be able to find that kill, and it's just going to slow down the Spectre, who's kind of this big win condition for RNG at the moment. And I mean, also the first death of the game for him.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
XXS could be in trouble. He doesn't really want to pop the BKB defensively, but he might have to here. Have the movements coming out to pop BKB, the TP, they kill it off. They'll even pop the ult because the shot to be able to cancel. So XXS, BKB forced out, and second duration here. He's got a good shape for the movement speed. If they alive long enough, but he doesn't get prolonged off, unfortunately. It's massive. Might be able to catch out one mid, Chuan can find a hero. They do have the wall on the high ground. They don't really want to reveal what it looks like for support. So 10-second BKB duration now used for Doom. They do have to commit the... but nice, they just... on the back line, Super sees some reinforcement coming in the areas. Colin sets up for more kisses, but Broken will fall. Nothing really Chuan can do to help out there.